Okay. Hello, welcome back. We're here again. It's the GoodFathers. Myself, Key. To my right is
Mike,
and to my left is
Jams.
Okay. Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Alright.
good today, man. Chilling.
Yeah.
Cracking on.
I need to talk properly, so I don't like that voice though. I'm trying to talk like some did you get me? Come on, man. Yeah.
We're back.
Back again.
Today's topic, men's mental health.
Serious
topic still.
That's just like men's in general, fathers or
Across the board, across the board still.
You know, we are both in it. We are both in this day and age. So it's crazy. Have you had a mental health experience? Like,
yeah, of course, man. Grew up in that shit, bro. To be honest with you, innit? Like, man, grew up in that shit. Man, grew up in the thick of them. You know what I'm saying? Depends, obviously, when people say, you know what I'm saying, nowadays it's got to a point where people just put it under one big cloud and people just say, boom, mental health, that's the cloud. Have you had it? Like, I haven't had mental health. It's not, you can't just have mental health in it. There's loads of different avenues where you go, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't just have mental health. You have a lot of different, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a lot of different shit, but there's loads of different shit under there, and you can't just, you'd like to put it under one umbrella, but it's a bit more complex than that,
different things in it, basically. Yeah, like I would say I've been through it still.
Everybody's been through it, man.
Especially
it's natural it's a natural thing to occur, isn't it?
But
I think it's
different levels of it, innit?
Yeah, that's what I was
intensities
gonna say,
of mental health, and it's how you deal with it as well. Ultimately, how you choose to deal with it. But
yeah, cool.
I think this in this day and age, though, I still believe that as much as men are now like taking a bit more insight into certain things, there's still not enough highlighting men's mental health.
No, not at all.
Not like,
of course,
not at all.
Like,
do you think there's enough support out?
No,
I don't know whether it's not. I don't know whether it's not enough support or whether it's not enough. Just straight up, like sometimes it might come down to just a straight disrespect thing, innit? Like not disrespect, but do you respect, innit? Like I think that men are I don't think men are respected in the way we've always just been told, like, yo, just handle it, you get it?
Yeah, I don't think we talk enough. I think we like to just as men we like to
just handle it.
Yeah, just have that stance of, know what, it'll be live, I deal with it, you get me? Like
Men are seen as weak.
Yeah, when you're talking that, so
that's the thing.
It's like, obviously you shouldn't, that's why there's still a lot quiet around it, but I think, boy, in this past year with this whole Rona thing, I think I've seen at least, about four or five stories where a man have killed himself, you get me, car.
That's like mental health state and that. The depths of it,
you know what I'm saying? Like the mental health, they couldn't handle it, and some of them had kids, some of them didn't have kids, you know, so I have to sit back and think like, raw, what if I ever got to that point, you get me, like, don't get me wrong, actually, I've been low, like, had the thought, but never actually thought I can follow through with it and do the movement. So, I do think between what's going on over the past year and what's going on with us in general in terms of work scene for men, the father scene for men, you know, we don't have a lot of support when it comes to when we have catch up in problems. So us here now, sitting here talking about it now, it's giving some people like a little bit of relief, a little bit of like to say, yeah, well, them when I talk about it, maybe I can reach out and talk about it, but it's still not enough. Like, I still think we should be. Yeah. What do you think? But other than us sitting here talking about it, like, what more do you think we could do to?
I don't know.
Like
I was saying, I don't think it's a disrespect thing. I just think it's in a sense, like a lack of respect thing. Like, you must not respect man as a man. Like, you must not respect man if you don't think that man can just say how they feel. Do you get what I'm saying about being judged? For instance, as you were saying, like, what men are weak just for saying how they feel and that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because I've seen other people talk about it, and it's to me, it's all of a case of how you deal with things, innit? Like, no one person should be able to tell you how you deal with things. Like, for instance, I've seen a group of little podcasters talking, and they're talking on their thing, and their stance on it is, yo, I'm a man, you get it? Like, I'm gonna handle my thing. I don't need to, like, cry in public and do all them things. Do you get what I'm saying? But that don't necessarily make you a man then. Do you get it? A man is based on who he is, innit? Do you get me?
I think you're more of a man if you cry in front of...
No, it's not even, like I said, it's not even a case of whether you, obviously, like, I was not even brought up, you get me? I'm not on that either, you get it? Like, I personally...
That's how we was brought up in it.
Yeah,
that's how members don't...
I'm not,
as sad as it may seem though, like, you can't really show your emotions in front of the public, basically. Innit?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, it's not a judging thing, innit? Like, I can't be the type of person, to turn around and say, listen, I don't really rate the crying in front of people thing. And then you're the type of person who wants to, like, I can't tell you how to release. Do you get what I'm saying? I can't judge you for how you choose to release. Like, there's nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you are both men. It don't mean I'm more of a man because I don't release it. You do.
It's just how you choose to.
It's your choice. You get me? And that's I reckon that's the problem that a lot of men have, because a lot of men think, hold on, to be perceived as macho, I have to hold it in, bro. Certain man, bro, you're not mate. You get it. You might not be built to hold it in, big man. You get me? Don't see 1 or 2 killies on the telly and start thinking you have to hold all madness in until you just pop. You get it? Like, let your thing out. You get it? That's your thing. You do your thing, bro. Like, don't, you get me? There's no macho thing to it, bro.
The man ain't sitting there saying you have to be a crybaby about it or whatever, or cry. But it's just like, yo, just understanding it, that like, there's other people out there going through the same thing, innit? Right.
Or if not worse.
If not, you know what I'm saying? Like, worse. So if man reach out to you and say, yo, what's going on? Like, are you okay? Like, just talk to a man, innit? Like, even if you feel like it's not gonna get nowhere, just sometimes having that release, just be able to say, you know what? At least somebody knows. So if something does happen to me, or the worst comes to worst, at least I know somebody potentially has got my back with all this thing, innit? But like, just that alone.
Sometimes it's hard, like, say if you have a guy and he's going through like mental health and that, and say he's generally like a part of a group of lads, like proper lads, innit? And they're just always taking a piss out of each other.
And pissing,
And like, say if you're in that group and you've been in that group for like years and years.
Yeah, of course.
Like.
And you're a bit emotional. And
you've never been like that in front of these guys before.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like proper, like, they'll just take the piss out of anything.
Yeah. But that's another thing that you have to find your go-to, innit? Do you get me? Like, certain people.
It's not necessarily them.
Yeah, so
even though they're
like,
your best mates.
They're not, you get me? They're not your go-to, innit? Like, so, like, for instance, like, I know. There's another thing about people, you have to realise what people, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Who's what?
Everyone's got a use of you, and you've got a use for everyone. Do you get what I'm saying? So the same person you might holler to do anything with might not be the guy you holler to have a little emotional. You know what I'm saying? You have to. This is why you have to literally know yourself, and you have to literally know what you can do, know who you can talk to. Do you get me? Find your go-to, bruv, and then release it.
What do you think about everyone having a good woman?
Yeah, that helps as well.
Speak to. Not necessarily someone you're with. It doesn't have to be someone you're with. Just having that female.
See, that helps as well. But you see, there's certain man that won't release to the female for the simple fact that, you know, all right, let's just be real. Some females are bitchy, bro. Like, you'll say something. That's how I am as well, personally. Like,
and there's only
females are bitchy.
Speak to as well,
like, you'll say something to them, and they'll throw it in your face at a later date. You know what I'm trying to say? So certain man won't release for that reason. And I'm in that category still.
Like, I reckon the releasing to female thing's more about a man. It's like a man and a woman thing. You get it? Like, a man's never gonna wanna show his vulnerabilities to a woman. You get me? Like, he's never gonna. Like, you get me? I'm the big one. You get me? I'm the man's then. I'm not supposed to be showing you that I'm like And that's what men do, innit? And that's why men's mental health is a big problem, because men are just
because you can't sit in front of
naturally supposed to just be seeing that.
It's all like acting it. You're sitting there in front of a woman, knowing, say, yo, really, you want to be able to say certain things to her, and you can't. So in your head now, you're battling with yourself now in your head to say, yo, as much as I want to say it, I don't want to say it. And that battle's going to keep going on every time you're with this woman, innit? You want to talk to her in certain ways, you want to release certain things, but you're not going to go. The ego side of you is telling you, nah, don't do that. And that's where it all starts. That argument there with yourself in your head, that's where you have this mental breakdown, bro. I've had this argument with my head many a times over many little things, you know what I'm saying? Like, when my people died, when I lost contact with my son, when me and my baby mother broke up, like all these little things, like, it's not good, bro. The mental state deteriorates more and more, you get me? And from a man that knows, like I said, was close to that point where I said, boy, man would have been in a box. You can get there pretty quick and pretty easy if you don't find some sort of release, you get me? Like, and for me, it was gym, innit? Obviously, like I was saying to you the other day, you get me? Like, man don't do the gym thing at all. Like, it was never something that I was interested in, but when I felt like, I was at a point where, like, everything was getting to me, agitating me, every little thing. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm driving throughout the day, and I can hear myself talking to myself. I'm having mad combos with myself. Like, I'm sitting there, just mad little things. I'm watching the TV and it's not on. I remember I was sitting with one of my neighbours, and she come in here and she's like, yo, what you doing? I'm saying I'm watching TV. TV's not on. You know what I'm saying?
Fully on
like, fully gone, you get me? And I said, I need focus, bro. I need focus. And
cool.
The gym helped me focus, because I was putting all that energy that I didn't know what to do with into certain.
Exercise. I'd say exercise is.
It's key. Prominent. It's vital. Now the gyms are closed, I'm slipping back to that. Obviously, I've got work in it, so I'm working. You get what I'm saying? So
staying busy, innit?
Once I'm home, bro, it's not the same no more. Plus, like I said, I'm not in that routine where I used to go home and woman was there, my daughter was there, and family was there. You get, like, it's me just going home to nothing now. So it can easily happen, bro. It can happen to me, like. Couple weeks down the line, he used to say I might not be sitting there again because I could be in a fucking mental home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easily happens.
Yeah, that's what it's
obviously me talking about it as well.
Yeah, it helps.
It kind of helps now, 'cause at least I know the man I'm sitting here to my left and my right now. If shit happens, man are gonna be there. You get me? And man are gonna help get man through it, innit? But not everyone's got that. But
not everyone's
we're here
got
to let
that
the man them know who are watching.
And you see another thing as well.
We're here, innit?
You see another thing as why I think men have it. Not that men have it bad, but because man can get it from all different angles. Could be financial, could be the missus, could be the baby mum, could be flipping the police, could be man trying to kill man. You know what I'm trying to say? It can all come from all angles. It's not necessarily one angle. And PTSD is real, man. PTSD and them things there are real, bro. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So
you don't have to be in the army to get all that.
You're mad.
You only get that from being in the army.
All mental health serious, innit? To the individual that's got it, innit? Like I said, you can't. There's not one thing you can. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have severe PTSD, bro, and just know how to handle it better than someone just got a mild case of depression, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't. Everyone's different, bro. You can't. You know what I'm saying? There's no levels to. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no levels to this.
But I believe as well, like certain things that have happened in your childhood can either help the situation or can make it worse. Like, for example, my situation now, when I was going through the situation with my baby mum and that, and going through the courts and all them things there, like, as I said before, like, man was close there. Like, saying, I can't be arsed, bro. You get me? Like, man was close to having the mental breakdown still. If I didn't have my youngest son, I don't know what I'd be doing, bro, for you, not like that.
No, you're not.
It's well real, but I take it back to my childhood now, like, the death of my mum. As mad as it sounds, it helped man detach from the situation. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So it helped me, like, kind of say, alright, then say what's gonna be kind of thing. So that's why I'm saying, like, certain situations in your childhood can either help you, or it can make you go the opposite way and just fly off the rails. You get me?
For you, obviously, it's a case of because you've lost something that's so great already.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
it's like
it can
anything can go any given time. And people say to me like, that's cold, but at the same time, it's cold,
go through it, innit? But and then you understand it, innit?
That's
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Go through
Yeah.
that feeling, then you understand it.
That's
It's not
one of
really
them
you
ones.
can't understand it.
It's one of them ones.
I'd
but-
say-
I was the same. Well, kind of the same, but I think I went the opposite.
Okay.
When my mum died, I think I went kind of like the antisocial route.
But
And I developed a condition called schizoid personality disorder, which is well, that's a whole.
Yeah, that's a
whole-
Obviously, it all deranged straight
Nah,
from
going
the
through
mental
it,
health, though, innit? Like,
But
obviously, your mental
mine's more
state
of, like-
went away, innit?
Mine's more of like wanting to just like I prefer being alone.
yeah, see,
around.
yeah. See, mine's like I prefer being alone. Like I can adapt to being alone on my own. I can easily adaptable. Mine's a thing of like, yo, man can lock off at any point. Like at any point, you're trying to say to you, do something. Like I got low threshold, bro. Cause yo, your mum's the most important person in your life. You're trying to say to you, and it can sound cold. I do understand where people are coming from, but yo.
That's your
the
condition,
reality,
innit?
that's just how it is, bro.
That's how you've grown up.
Yeah, that's how it
innit?
is.
So
That's how it is.
It's that for you.
And once again, like mental health can stem from a number of things. It could be anything, bro. It could be anything.
So I hear that. It's just like man said. I reckon it's just about men feeling more comfortable to be able to talk, innit? That's the main thing with men's mental health, innit? Because like you said, with the women thing, it's easier for women to talk to each other. Do you get it? Like they can do.
They do that naturally.
Naturally, anyway, you get it. They've got a problem.
Yeah,
they can do that. They can throw it up in their group chats. Like you get it.
Yeah, because
Imagine, like, you know what I'm saying?
Guys aren't saying to their brethren, you can't
I seen it.
come
I
around
seen it.
for
I can't even remember. I don't want to listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know what it is. I seen it.
Man, talk, man.
I seen it. I seen it. I don't know whether I seen it on a podcast, but I seen it on somewhere else. Yeah, and the way the geezer broke it down, it might have been a television show or something. He broke it down sick. I think it might. I can't remember what it was, but I can't copy it. But I'm gonna say what he says. What he sort of said. He's saying basically it's a case of the way women are. Yeah, like for instance. Women can all chat to each other, you know what I'm saying? Like if I've got an issue now with a woman can just say like, yo, listen, blah-de-blah's done this to me. Get all the girls round. They naturally do all them things, innit? You know what I'm saying? Man, them can't do that in the sense of like a man's group chat, yeah, is all wild, you get it? Like you can't be fucking, you could go through a man, like if a man clicked up the man them's group chats now, it's all wild, you get it? You got some mad things just flying at different times, you get it? You can't all of a sudden flying something that's so serious, like yo lads, I'm broken, you get it? Like my man's talking about mad, you get what I'm saying?
But
Like
I'm not
they got mad videos flying in there, this and that flying in there. Then you can't just fly in with your seriousness.
Yeah.
So these are the type of things why men don't talk. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very like I'll message my brethren and say like when something's wrong.
Yeah,
Be
say
like,
yo,
you're looking on like you want to come round like just
just
like
like to
I'm
little.
not feeling that, but like you know. Some people would like not be willing to do that. Do you know what I mean?
I'm like that's me though.
Like, man, like some guys, if you was to message that to your brethren, unless like if there's no motive involved.
Yeah. See, I'm not that kind of guy to reach out to man them and say, yo, this is what's going on, or unless a man is going through it. Like for example, when I was going through the situation with the courts and that. Man reached out to Keith, you get me, car. He was a man going through the exact same situation. So I know he can relate. But if I feel that man can't relate,
there's no point
talking. Car. I was speaking to other people about the situation. They're giving me
stupid answers.
And you get what I'm trying to say? I'm saying, yo, you're not.
It's gonna come and
you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
it'll be back soon.
And I'm saying to you, like, you're not fluid.
You know, like
it's not that I want to hear, but you're not going through the situation, so you don't know what man's going through. So what's the point of me reaching out to you to try and for you to give me hints? And you get what I'm trying to say to you? So that's the reason why I don't reach out.
Sometimes it's just the release. That's what
it was. I think me and him going back and forth that time there, like. Obviously, even though, like I said, both our women's at our side, same way, you get like still riding with us, but for me, that connection wasn't there. Like I couldn't talk to her because she didn't have a child at the time. We didn't have our daughter then, so she didn't have a child, so she didn't fully understand the pain what man was in. You get me? And she didn't understand what's going on. Jams understood because he was in the exact same situation. So it was easier to bounce off him than my woman, even though it's her I'm living with. But he understands because we're in the exact same boat, innit? We're both fighting for our kids, and we're both fighting against people that realistically we shouldn't be fighting against. You get me? There should be no need for us to have to clear our names because we want to be there for our youth. So it was a bit of a thing where mentally for the both of us it was hard, but because we both understood, it made it that bit easier to say, oh fucking hell, I've had a shit day, but more time Jams has had a better day. If Jams had a better day, then it makes me feel better. Oh shit, Jams had a shit day, but if Keys had a better day, then it makes Jams feel better. Like it was that bit of hope, you get what I'm saying? Like that little bit of hope he was getting, it was giving me hope, the same and vice versa. So it kind of helped, but again, now we're at that boat where obviously there's still that divide's still there, innit? That mental breakdown's still there. It can still happen as much as little man might be around for Jams and not for me. There's still that point there where it could all turn around and
yeah, of course, 100.
Go back to that shit.
Yeah, but I think it's like a case of what you said. Certain man aren't on that. You get it, like it's so people are so against men talking that it's got to a point where sometimes man don't even want to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes man don't even want to be around that, bro. Like, do you get me? Like maybe like my battle, like I'm battling my thing. And you know what I'm saying? I've seen it, like, I've seen conversations happen where it's like, people don't really want to be around a depressed little kid. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the guy that's always just neggy.
Yeah, I know what you're around.
And it's not
in a bad way, though.
Not in a bad way, but it's just...
Yeah.
Not even the case of, I'm not the person to help you. It's a case of, yo...
You're just negative all the time, man. Don't want that, innit?
Certain man just not on it, bro. Certain man just not on the. Certain man just aren't on the emotional thing.
You see what it is? So I don't. Okay, you see, when you go to a man, not even for a shoulder to cry on, but I don't know. Certain man probably seen that as some kind of responsibility to. If I do it once, man's gonna keep on running back to man. I'm not that guy kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say to you. So.
But it's also a case of knowing how you know what I'm saying, like knowing how emotional you are in it. Because me personally, bro. Like you said, how people say like certain things you do is a bit cold. Like sometimes I'm a bit cold. Like me though, I'm a big listener, and like I'll sit and listen to anybody. But when it comes to emotions, yeah, I'm not really attached to.
That's what I mean. Like if
my things all just.
Someone wants to talk to you, like one of your brethren.
Yeah.
And they're going through stuff, and you're like I'm not really into this depressive thing, and then you just like palm him off. Because you're fair enough, that's not you, innit?
Yeah.
Or like that person might just like
they could take that
want someone to speak to, innit?
Yeah, of course.
And maybe you're that person. You don't have to like
give them everything. They just want to release in it.
Imagine you just keep ignoring him, and then say
the
day after he asked you to chat and that. And then say he killed himself. Like,
but that's how people. That's how people.
Someone just wants.
That's reassurance. It's reassurance that some people want
for an answer.
That's how people go on, though, innit?
I'm not saying that's pressure. Like,
I feel like that's why, to a degree, like me personally, I stopped talking because if I feel like I can't talk to people in it. So I don't want people to feel like they can talk to me with their emotions in it. Because at the end of the day, I can't even handle my own shit, so I can't take on your shit as well. You understand?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that's what it is. I
can't do it, and whether or not, like my brethren, obviously my brethren's nan died over there, and 5 years ago would have been like, yo fam, come, like I got here's juice, let's talk, whatever. And now I'm at that point where you know what? It's not even that. Like I'm just at the point where, fam, people dying it. My nan's dead as well. You get me? Like. My uncle's dead, my auntie's dead, like my auntie just died over day, so what you want to do, you get me, like, and I can be there, but I'm not gonna be emotionally attached, you get me, like you're saying, Max, I can be there, but the emotion side of it is pointless, but then that's not me. I know I'm a person where I like to show love to people, and I like to show so that, yo, my man believes in me as his brethren, and so I'm gonna show that this is what we're about, and if you're down, I'm gonna be your brethren and help lift you back up, innit? But it's fuckery, innit? I feel sometimes I feel wrong that I can't do that, and then it has me sitting there thinking, what type of person am I then? Like I want to be cool, I want to make sure you're alright, but then I don't wanna, because I don't want to show you none of my emotions. I don't want you to feel like, oh yeah, I have to now talk to you about things, or you can always come and talk to me, like.
But you see, the thing is with mental health, it comes down to looking after number one first, innit? So with what you're saying, you've got things on your plate. Naturally, you're gonna have to look after yourself before you look after. You're gonna have to pour your cup before you pour anyone else's. You get what I'm saying?
That's
so
what
if you're not fully, then you can't expect to be giving anyone else any information. You're trying to say to you.
That's what I do too much battling with. Like, I don't solve my own problems and then I'm gonna help the next man out. You get me? I'm gonna make sure he's alright. I'm gonna make sure family's okay. I'm gonna make sure this man's okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try and go back to mine and then I forget it. Someone else needs help now. Then let me just try and
Not
do
all
it.
the time though, because sometimes I think, say someone coming to you for something that's happened to them, because they know you've had the same,
or been through it or whatever.
about a nan or auntie dying, they'll come to you because, you know, they naturally just want some advice because you've been through it before. So not necessarily, they don't want to put you on like pressure, but they just naturally want to come to you because like how did you deal with it?
You know what? It's the time, you know. Like I said, how I felt about it 2 years ago ain't gonna be how I feel about it now. You get me? Like 2 years ago, I'll be there with you. I'm upset. I'll let you know you're gonna feel this. Like now, I tell you straight, bro. Just roll with the punches. It's life, innit?
It's real.
People are dropping dead. Like I said, man's dropped out last week, bro. You get me? So, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here. He's got to roll with it, bro. He's got to roll with it in this day and age now. Everything that's going on, got to roll with it, bro. As much as it's gonna hurt you, like.
But what we need, hurt, bro, even though that's what I'm saying. Even though we're saying this, we're gonna talk about men's mental health.
I know.
Man need to encourage the conversations.
See, but this is the thing, though. I reckon it is encouraged across a certain race. Like, I think the white people, they encourage it. However, the black, I don't think, I don't know, bro.
Listen to the combo we just had in it.
Like I said, you know what it is?
From saying, we're gonna.
And I don't mean this is gonna sound.
But there's something has to be in place.
I know it's mad how you brought that race thing in, but this is gonna sound just bonkers. But something I clocked here. A lot of us, as in black people, our masculine role models, they're all like wicked gang. You get they're gang. You know what I'm saying?
Not everyone.
Not everyone. But real talk, bro. Like a young black person's role model of a masculine person, bro, is 9 times out of 10 gonna be a gangster, bro. You understand? Of some sort. I'm being serious. Like, it's gang, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like for instance, I saw a podcast about man talking about like, yo, I don't do that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? My man might do that kind of thing, crying in public and that, but man don't do it. And it's like, okay then.
But then, you know what, saying that.
That's because, but like I'm saying, that's because man feel like man need to hold the same masculinity levels as a man who is a straight gangbanger, bro.
That's not good for you.
No. Let me just say something though. You see what? No, I'm with the masculine shit, bro. I have to be. I'm with it. But yo, in the world we live in now, they're trying to demasculate the man. You get what I'm trying to say to you? So I'm with it. However, like, a man has to be in touch with his feminine side as well. Yo, if he has to release and he has to cry, he has to release, he has to cry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, personally, I'm not with
feminine though. It's not. You know, don't say that. Don't call it feminine, because then technically, what every time you cry if you freaking if your dad died.
No, but what people are saying? It's not feminine. People talking.
Yo, everyone cries, bro. Everyone cries.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But
regardless of what men are saying, and regardless whether you're a gangster or not, or whether you are, whether you're trying to act like you don't, behind closed doors, everyone cries. Everyone gets upset.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. What they're saying is, though, what I'm trying to say to you is, man say, crying in, like, for instance, okay, then I'm going to put half the story out, for instance, man seen the video of Poet in it on the podcast. A couple months ago. He started crying on the podcast. Okay, I saw another podcast, which ain't Poets. For instance, Poet's Poet, everybody, like if you come up off Poet, you know what Poet is, you get what I'm saying? But this podcaster, man, are not poets, bro, these are...
Yeah, no, exactly.
Do you get me? They're the G's, them. You understand? So, when they're turning around and they're saying, Poet shouldn't be crying on camera, it's a case of, yo, man ain't got to always look at the G's, them.
Yeah, no, naturally,
for what
of course.
Men think...
Are the men? Are the pinnacle of
the men?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because they've got a lot of other things going on. Do you get it? They're G's them, and they've got to hold themselves like that for protection.
But they could be G's them just in front of the people, bro.
Yeah, but they could. That's what I'm saying. But they could. But that's what I'm trying to say.
Doors.
That's what they have to. They have to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? For protectional reasons and whatever other reasons.
Because
you know what I'm saying? They can't give out. Yeah, they've built up that facade. They can't give out their weakness. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
they built that cover.
Big people like that, like especially like you know when you look at like the biggest gangsters. How they are is built up emotions.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what a lot of men. That's what a lot of men base masculinity on, bro.
Yeah, it's not that.
And not even knowing that that's what we're doing, bro. A lot of us are looking at people like even if it's movies or songs, bro. Like think how influential movies and songs are, bro. Like the big role is the big hard man, bro. You get what I'm saying? If you're the big hard man, you're the big hard man, bro. So if the big hard man's on the telly and he's not on showing emotions, bro, all men are just gonna feel like, yo.
They never show his story.
You know what? This is what I say. This is what I say, man. Are funny because man. This is what I say. A lot of men in the world are funny because you're gonna tell me then, innit? To certain man or role model is a man that don't cry and is hard man, macho all the time and ready to tear, but like, bro, alright then say LeBron James then, innit? Let's just say for instance, my man's not, he don't act like a hard man, he don't cry hard man. He's a sports personality, he will cry on TV, innit? When you see, he will gladly cry on TV, but yet still, there are a lot of men in this world that still look up to him, innit? As a man, as a masculine man. So it just goes to show you don't have to, this facade thing man are putting out there, innit? Stop following that, innit? Stop looking into that.
Yeah, be you, innit?
Will Smith, innit?
Yeah, be you.
Will Smith's like...
Will Smith is gay, but he's well. I can't say that. I can't say that. But she cut that out. You get me, like obviously, Will Smith. He's a funny character, innit? He's a funny character, innit? So that's what I meant to say. He's a different kind of character. But
Will Smith,
at the end of the day, like he's done his thing to show that. Besides that, he's still a man, innit?
That's what I'm saying, like because he cried that
the table thing.
In the red table thing, yeah, but obviously.
Done the entanglement thing.
So what? That's the thing. No, this is where man are gonna. Because I know enough men are sitting there laughing at Will Smith, but you understand, but if you love that woman, blood, you're gonna sit there and cry the same way she told you
of course.
that she was beating another man.
Cry. Well, not you don't have to cry, but if you don't feel
some kind of something, then of course,
then something's wrong.
Something's wrong with you, bro.
But that's what this is what I'm trying to say, though. But that's what the youngsters are looking up to. Youngsters are looking up to people that have got something wrong with them. Yeah, you get it? They're tapped brothers. But these men are from things. You get me? Like you said, PTSD and them things. Like we're looking up to tapped individuals, bro. Don't man get it? Like these people are actually tapped, bro. You understand? Like, man are tapped, bruv. Like,
this
to levels.
This is the best version.
I'm glad I can turn around now and fully, like, sit and say I know the difference now between looking up to a man who may be top shotter and whatever, or is a damn fool, and looking up to a man who, as quiet and reserved he is, he's the main man, you get me, car, he's putting in work, he's showing man how he's supposed to run a family and run a home, you get me, run your life as a man, you get me, like, I'm glad I can differentiate that, you get me, and a lot of youths still struggling to do that, and then they fall into certain things that mentally and physically they can't handle. And this is where some of us, like, this is why some of the youths now, like, that are on mad thing, it was all because mentally they didn't know what was going on when they were growing up, and they didn't know which path to take. They weren't led the right way, you get me, or they weren't given that sort of guidance to say, yeah, don't come this way, cause it's not good for you. Come that way, cause that's a better choice for you. You get me? Yeah. Now we're here, sitting here talking about mental health in certain people.
But like he said,
we need to. Obviously, it's for us to sit here, not just us as.
It's a collective, man. It's a collective.
Like, it's a collective thing, innit?
Men as
not even as men, just as people, innit? Because like as we said, with like social media, is something that's so. Like so fun these days, and everybody screams that mental health thing, and then it's like one day you'll scream like look after everyone's mental health, then the next day everyone's rinsing man who's online.
But you see, the thing is, you can't you see the social media thing. You can't pay too much attention to social media, bro.
So that's the biggest reason why
certain men are going through mental, not even just men, women, also, children are going through mental health because of the social media. Because you have to think about it like this, people are only posting up their success. They ain't posting up their bad days and these things, So people are looking at that and thinking, like, for example, relationship goals and all these things,
No, of course.
When
did you have to follow a list to have a relationship done? Like, if you love someone, you love someone, and if you like doing something, you're doing something. Don't.
Why is their thing?
And tell me about, oh yeah, we have to follow this list on fucking Insta and say if we don't do the 3 out of the 4 things, if we don't get at least 3 out of the 4 things, we're not compatible.
It's basically people that are putting other people.
You're looking at others
as benchmarks in it as to we want to strive. For
so obviously it's like you're picking someone's highlights against your full game.
Yeah. Basically,
you can't judge someone's highlights on your full game. You can't be watching their best bits and then put that towards right now we're in a sticky one.
There's a show
that don't help people's mental
on Netflix, Black Mirror, and there's an episode on that. You know what I'm talking about? There's an episode on there where everything is about likes. You get likes in it. Everything you do, you gotta get a like in it.
Yeah, of course.
And my girl has a mental breakdown because she gets like half a star and nobody wants to rock it again, innit? Like that, blood. Watch the episode properly and you'll understand how mad social media has influenced people's mental state of mind.
Naturally,
like, you will see it now, like everything
obviously you see
around
more, you see more in it, and obviously you see more of other people's best bits in it. So when you're seeing everybody's best bits and then you're looking at your own life and you're thinking, yo, my thing's not like that, you get it? That's when you start thinking like, yo, you start questioning.
Am I doing right? Am I this and like that?
Everyone, like people we see on social media, we're watching their trailer, innit?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But you see, I keep on saying
we've still got our full film.
But I keep on saying people
they show their best bits.
Yeah.
But you see, social media, bro.
I like that.
It's a fucking app. It's an app. So why are you letting people dictate to you what you like, what you? Bro, I'm gonna be real, bro. There's certain people out there that this drip thing, they ain't into drip, bro, but they're buying drip to get the likes. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like that's not them. That's not them. And it's with other things as well.
State of mind, like to say, I need that in it.
Some people get depressed, when they don't get a certain.
They don't get a certain amount.
After a full day, they're like.
Nah, of course.
Social, if you're not getting paid,
you can't let that shit bring you too high or too low, innit?
Naturally.
This is why I say
it goes in it, because at the same time as the reason why it brings you so low is because probably at a time it brought you high. Do you get it?
That's what I say, man. Trust me, people. When you get a chance, watch the episode. All you internet heads out there, watch the episode on Black Mirror. I can't remember what the name of the episode is, but you'll find it in it. The woman's, it's all about likes. You lot that live on the internet, watch it and understand that's you lot in it. This is what you lot are becoming it, and this is how your mental state is gonna get by the end of the time. By the end of your time on the internet, so. Besides the internet, mental state wise, like gents, don't be afraid to reach out. You get what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to reach out to us, if you don't want to reach out to your right hand man who you're on the road shouting all day, you get find somebody to reach to, innit?
Yeah, definitely and find your go-to, innit?
Just understand we're a collective, innit?
Don't make other people.
If we break down in it, then we ain't nobody. We can't lose that now, because we got generations to continue, and we've got a life to live in it. With what's going on now, we can't lose sight of all of that now, innit? We have to be stronger in this day and age now more than anything, yeah?
And if you feel like you can't speak to anyone or you don't know anyone, we'll leave some links in the description.
That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah, there's always someone to reach. There's always someone to chat to, innit? Like that's what we gotta push more than anything. There's always someone to speak to, innit? And to take it to as deep, we don't want to finish off on the deepest of it, but to take it to the deepest, if you're in the position where you're thinking of doing the mad thing, just understand that just shifts pain, and that don't get rid of nothing, can it? That's a pain shifter.
Yeah, of course.
You're just going to put the pain into somebody else's hands, into somebody else's mind, into somebody. You get me? There's a lot of other things. Man, advise, and it don't do that one. Even if you just have to DM me personally,
that's what it is,
I'm one of them people. Like I'm saying, I don't even care, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if it comes if I have to chat to a stranger before I heard a stranger done the man thing, I'd rather chat to strangers.
Yeah, of course, bro. That's it. That's it,
so,
people. If you got nobody out there, holler us, innit? Like we will gladly sit down and have that reason with your car. It don't just help you, it helps us as well, innit? To understand, we ain't going through this alone. Even though we're sitting here, we still ain't going through it alone, innit? We understand that. We always understand that. So reach out to us, innit? If you've got nobody at all, innit? We're here, innit?
Especially during this time of lockdown where limited things are open and, you know, you might not be able to release the way you want to release through gym or whatever. By all means, reach out, man. Reach out, because we're here.
We have to try and set up, if people do start reaching out and it gets a bit complicated, we have to try and set up a little Zoom thing, innit? Try and get some little calls in between and, you know, we try to lighten some people's spirits, but like I said, just message the man. If anybody out there is watching this that you ain't got nobody on your side, just message us and we'll gladly reach back out to you and, you know, give you as much advice as we can. If you can't advise you, then we'll just be there with you, innit? We'll just be that person that you need to be in it. Cause everybody needs somebody sometimes. As much as man pull it on, everyone needs somebody sometimes. So don't feel you're alone in this thing, yeah?
Well, before we close, just remember, everyone, just look after your mental state, man, because if you ain't got your mental state, then boy,
it's hard out there.
It's hard, so just look after your mental state and look after everyone else, innit?
Like the saying, staying busy is like a big part of it, innit? Obviously, I don't mean to go back into it or nothing now, but like me personally, like I vouch for that shit, you get it? Like I grew up mad depressed and all them things, you get it? Like I only started feeling better when I started being able to just do my own thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't sit in the house all day. We're going through some bad times where it's like we're being forced to sit in our houses all day. Yeah. There's still other things you can do. Do you get what I'm saying? Just keep your brain ticking, man. Keep it moving, innit?
That's it, man. That's it.
Stay active.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. You don't know.
Peace.